Yo, what the smell is going on, man? It's your boy, Sadie Baby. About to make a customer a fragrance that he will be calling Conqueror. And yeah, let's get right to it. This song's kind of lame. Anyways, got to use YouTube's music so I don't get copyright claims or whatever. So yeah, today it's going to be themed around mahogany and teakwood. Yeah, very similar to what I made on the last one, honestly. But we're using some different notes in here. Let's get blending. I don't use patchouli. I do use it, but all right. So we're gonna start with our. I'm gonna be using this vial. It's just a nice, cheap one that I can use to blend stuff in. It's gonna go into my ultrasonic cleaner later. All right. So we're gonna start with our ISOE Super. Per use. A bit of a hefty dose of this today. And so, yeah, we're gonna be kind of making a teakwood accord, or not teakwood accord. I have teakwood from Firmenich, so that'll be an easy part of the fragrance. But I do need to create a mahogany wood accord, and we'll be doing that using what do we got? Cedarwood, guaiac vetiver, sandalwood, and some patchouli. So we're gonna do 5.005 grams of ISOE Super. Don't need to explain this one to you guys, but just in case the customer watches this, just so he knows what it is. It's a dry, woody, amber material, very diffusive. Acts as a fixative and a blender. Oh, shoot. You know what? I could just pour that right back in because it's a clean bottle. I went over. I didn't think I would have 5 grams already. Too busy talking. All right, there we go. We can fix that now. 4.324. We need 5.005. I was at 6 grams. Good thing that was my first material. Or else there's no way to take that out. All right. Couple more drops. Yeah, one more drop. There we go. Holy garbage can over, some kind of reach so far. All right. Music starting and stopping is pretty annoying, but some of you guys might not like the music anyway, so whatever. I like to work with music personally. Get in my zone. Auto zone. All right, next we got Hedione 8C. Adding our workhorse base, building our workhorse base. Okay, so we're doing 0.9 grams of this today. Yeah, this is your transparent floralizer blender, jasmine. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. On to the next. So yeah, these don't really sway the smell of the fragrance too much. They just help it kind of give it that commercial vibe that everybody likes. All right, next on the list we have galaxolide. Oh, you know what? This is a 50% dilution. I need to fix that. So 50%, I'm gonna have to double this now to 1.8. Oh shoot, wrong one. Back. So 50%, that would make this 0.8. There we go, back to Norman. So 0.8 grams of galaxolide. If you have it at 100% strength, use 0.4. I have a 50% dilution. So 0.8 grams galaxolide, 50% dilution. This is a musk, nice, clean, very popular. We're gonna build a musk accord kind of in this one. Pillowy. All right, one more drop. Bam. The musks we'll be using today are galaxolide, habanolide, and cashmeran. Habanolide. Oh, speaking of cashmeran, where are you at? That's next on the list. Cashmeran is, oh man, it solidifies so fast. I might need to throw this. See, it already solidified. I had this warmed up. Crap. Okay, turn the heater back on. Yeah, there's no way I can pipette that. So we're gonna have to wait on that one. I also have some lavender absolute heating up. Very thick green, viscous. I think that's the word. Okay, so we're gonna highlight this. Come back to it. Cashmeran. Let's see. Let's make that green. And this as well, so I remember to come back. All right, so we're gonna move on to habanolide. This is one of my favorite musks. If you only have one musk, just get habanolide. You won't regret it. It's nice. Kind of spicy. Uh, kind of has like a little bit of a cashmere vibe to me, but it's also like a kind of smells like clean laundry. So 0.3 grams of habanolide. One more drop. I actually have like a teakwood lotion. So I put some of that on today to kind of help me out. Choose which notes I want to put in this. All right, next we're going to do ambroxan. This is the ambergris. I got my scent strips in today, so I got more paddles. Stick some of these in here. I need to find somewhere good to print labels at for perfume bottles. If you guys have any idea where I can find them or where I can get them printed out, I've been using Office Depot, but their paper quality kind of sucks. It's like actual paper. I want like glossy finish. Give it a little bit of a fancier look, maybe even like metallic. So I could do like gold foil and make them look fancy, or chrome. All right, so I'm gonna use my handy dandy sticky notes. I usually use like note cards for this, but this is just what I have. So I'm gonna weigh it on a piece of paper, like always. Pour it in. So what did I say? How much is? I think 0.15 grams, right? Is what I used. Yeah, 0.15 grams. When I first started perfumery, I would just eyeball my weights. I wouldn't research material. I mean, I would do a little bit of research on my materials, but yeah, I would like try and eyeball the formulas instead of, because I didn't know how to write a formula. Some stuff came out pretty good, but man, that is risky business. So yeah, just before you ever start blending, write out your formula. I base it on a 10 gram, um, 10 grams of concentrate. You can use pre-diluted materials if you want, but I don't know. I've been told that it's best to just blend with 100%, and that to learn, you kind of got to just, I have so much stuff just sitting there, not, it's, I don't want them to go bad. So you need to like use the stuff up. And if you're only using pre-diluted materials, your materials will go bad before you ever even use them. All right, 1.5. It's 1.57. I'm going to try and take a little bit out. It's not going to make a big difference, but let's see if that does it. Yep, 1.51. That's closer. That'll work. Alrighty, into the bottle it goes. So yeah, if you guys are researching materials, you need some websites. I'll show you the tab that I use. So I use this website here. Boom. Unguentarius.com. UNGUENTARIUS.com, and then go to their ingredients slash statistics tab. They also have formulas on there, little 8-liners. All right, so next we're gonna do some, what do we call it? Fixator 505E. This is another ambergris material, one of my favorites. It's not very easy to find either for some reason. All right, so 0.25 grams. I should send this link over to the guy I'm making this for. See if there's any notes that he wants me to add in there, but besides just teakwood, and I kind of already did that. I added some like vetiver, um, allyl glycolate, dihydromercenol, cardamom, bergamot, pink pepper, geranium, amber extreme. I'm putting I'm making an amber accord as well. It's a labdanum, benzoin, and vanillin. Yeah, I'll send it to him. Bear with me one moment, guys. All right, sorry guys, back at it. All right, so next we're gonna add the teakwood, the main hitter. 5% teakwood. This is from Firmenich. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, also guys, if you're watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Help me grow this channel. It'd be really cool. And this stuff's pretty darn strong. All right, now we're gonna add some Virginian cedar wood. I love this stuff. Back when I first started perfumery, I would use this at like 20% of my fragrance, and then I was like, man, why does everything smell the same? Because I kept using this and using way too much of it. All right, we'll be using this at 3%, I believe, today. Yep. So 0.3 grams of cedar wood. It smells like a nice cedar chest. And unlike cedar wood from Texas, which typically smells more of pencil shavings. I mean, they both have that same vibe, but this is just a nicer, cleaner. Um, one more drop. This is from Eden Botanicals. They make really nice naturals. They source really high quality ingredients. So that was our cedarwood Virginia. Moving on, we're going to use some guaiac wood, which is a smoky wood. Give it a little smokiness. Okay. I think I'm using 0.72 grams. Yeah, this is one of the only pre-diluted materials I'm using today, besides like we got pink peppercorn, amber extreme, and the galaxolide. So yeah, if you use too much of this, it'll just smoke out your whole fragrance, and then all you're gonna smell is smoke. But that's why we're using it in a pre-diluted form. Because I only want it to be 0.72% of the fragrance. So you can get more exact if you use a pre-diluted material. 0.734. Works. Okay. Next, we're going to add some vetiver. Okay, so we're going to use vetiveryl acetate. Same one this is like, I think, probably one of the most popular vetiver notes, at least according to this website. Let's see. Vetiver. Oops. Vetiver. So yeah, they found this material in 28 formulas in their database. but vetiverol acetate is 37. So it's just a more cleaned up version of vetiver. And we need 0.28 grams. This is another woody material. Kind of has a little bit, I think it's actually a grass though, vetiver. It's not an actual wood, but it has a woody smell. These like the root. Typically comes from Haiti. And I can't fit any more without going over, so we'll stop there. 2.71. And this is from Perfumer's Supply House. All right, next material on the list is sandalwood, Indian sandalwood. Continuing to build our mahogany accord. Oh, shoot, I need to be careful. I'll switch this glove out. I won't contaminate my pipettes when I reach in. Okay, so 0.15 grams of this. Okay, moving on. Now we have, for our patchouli note today, we're using clear wood, also by Firmenich, however they say it. Dog's barking. I wonder what's going on out there. Okay, clear wood. I decided to use 2%. And this is a cleaned up patchouli without the dirty aspects of it. You just stick some of these pipettes in a bin, all facing the right direction so I don't contaminate any of them. And we'll go over a little bit, but that's okay. 0.211. Next, we're going to build our, oh, you know what? Cashmere's ready. Don't want to heat it up too much. Come back to that now. See, now it's all back to a liquid form. Okay, so we just did clear wood, so I don't forget where I'm at. 0.3 grams. Is that what it was? Yeah, 0.3 grams, 3% cashmere. Also, it's a musk, but I got a feeling when fragrances say a cashmere woods, this is probably what they're talking about. There we go. Oh man, I love cashmere. So good. So good. All right. So I kind of want to get this lavender in while it's, I'll just stick it back on the heater. I don't want to heat it up too much. So I'm just going to turn the heater off. My heat plate. Okay, what else? Labdanum. This needs to go in before it solidifies too. That's where we left off anyway. So labdanum's a resinous note. It's used to build amber accords. And, ooh, this is a 50% too, so I need to adjust this formula. 50%, 0.2. All right. Yeah, I love this stuff. It's kind of has like a slight animalic, resinous, sweet, golden aura to it. I love it. All right, clear the scale. 0.2 grams of this. Okay. Now we're going to add some benzoin, which is like a, I don't know, but it's kind of hard to explain. I think it kind of smells like root beer to me a little bit, sassafras or whatever the heck it's called. Benzoin Olefacts 63 by IFF. And we'll be using, what did I use? 0.15 grams. And I'm almost out of this. I need to order more. I hope this is enough. I think it's going to be. So it's a good thing we're starting to make money from fragrance a little bit. Put it towards my material orders. There we go. We got a little bit left for another fragrance in the future. Not much, but it's better than nothing. All right, now we're going to add some vanillin to finish off our amber. And we're going to use 0.063 grams. Pull this to the side. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Vanillin is an aroma chemical derived from vanilla. It's used in flavoring as well. And when you use powders neat, supposedly they like perform better, last longer, something like that. So I try to use my powders neat whenever I can. But if you're doing pre-diluted blends, that gets real hard unless you're making big batches. So perfect, nailed it. All right, what do we got next? So yeah, I spent all morning writing this. Not all morning, but a couple hours writing this formula, researching all the materials I wanted to use. And you got to go and find them and dig them out of your bins or wherever you keep them. What's nice about the shelves is I have them all alphabetized and categorized, but those are all my pre-diluted materials, and I don't hardly use pre-diluted materials anymore, unless it's something that's really strong. I need to dose it carefully. All right, so done with the amber accord. Now we're gonna do some amber extreme. This stuff's super potent. So I didn't fix that either. Okay. 10% dilution, because it's very hard to achieve 0.3%. So 0.3 grams of amber extreme. Yeah, I got that. All right. Amber, this is another ambergris type note, but it's a nice, real dry, woody, super diffusive. It's so strong. I like spilled one drop on my scale once and then cleaned it. I dropped a neat 100% strength, one drop on my scale, and then decided to clean it with rubbing alcohol to get it off. And it stunk up my entire apartment when I had first moved in and just moved over my perfumery stuff from my mom's house. And my wife wanted me to get rid of my entire setup. She's like, take it back to your mom's. But I told her I just made a dumb mistake. It won't happen again. And I haven't ever since. But yeah, that's Amber Extreme. Super strong, super diffusive. Very popular. All right, so next we got geranium. I'm gonna have to use some fresh gloves for this one because I gotta pull this lid off. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. You could try and drop it right out of the bottle, but I don't know how big these drops are, and I only need, this is a material that I should have used pre-diluted. But I'm just gonna do one drop, and I think it's gonna be fine. I don't want it to be super floral anyway, but you can definitely smell geranium in like teakwood fragrances. So, do I want to use these handy dandy pliers? No, those are contaminated with isoe super. So I got to figure out how to get this lid off of here. Oh, my dog wants in, guys. I'm gonna have to let my dog in a sec. He's been outside sunbathing. Get to a stopping point before I do that. Man, shoot, I hope I didn't contaminate. I'm just gonna throw that pipette away. Okay. One drop of geranium. Let's see how much it weighs. Yeah, if I put 2 drops, it'll put me at 0.36. So yeah, I guess I could do some research real quick. Hold on. So geranium, you can use it 0.25 is the mean dose. So right now we're at 0.18, so we're a little under the mean. If I go up, we'll still be in safe range, I guess. I could put one more drop. Yeah, we'll do it. One more drop. We'll still be in safe levels. All right. Hey, not bad. 0.3. All right, guys, I'm gonna let my dog in real quick. Take him straight inside so he doesn't jump up on this table. Also, get some pipettes, put them up here real quick so I don't contaminate any of them. Okay, I'll be right back. Andre, let's go inside. Good boy. Go get some chicken. Go get some chicken. Good boy. All right, I'm back. Excuse me. Where did we leave off? Geranium. Yep. All right, now we're using pink peppercorn SFE, which is a what's called superfractal extraction or something like that. It's a CO2 extract, pretty much. Very strong. So we'll be using 10% dilution and point is 0.1 grams. Just gonna add a little spice to the tops. I read that teakwood goes really good with cardamom and pink pepper. So that's what we added. All right, geranium. Next, I think we got bergamot, 0.15 grams. Bergamot is, teakwood kind of has a bergamot smell to it, so this is just going to help it in the tops. All right, 0.15 grams. I want to see, I probably could have went up to 5% with this one. This is your citrusy floral smell. Herbal, citrus, cologne. All right, now we're going to add some cardamom. And we're doing a decently high amount. 1% is actually really, to me, it's pretty high. But I usually use this at like 0.23% of the fragrance. So yeah, 1% is a little high, but I think it's going to work. There we have it. All right, now we're going to do some dihydromercenol, which is your other very popular cologne smell, citrusy, similar to bergamot. But yeah, that alone, I like this stuff, but it's yeah, it's kind of more of a top note. So we're gonna do. Oh wait, I'm skipping things. We need to do our lavender now. Hopefully it's still warm enough. Seems to be. I've never used this one. This is a lavender absolute. And from my research, it says the common dose was 2.7%. So that's what we're going to use today. And yeah, I heard that lavender absolute's the way to go. Very dark green, thick. One more drop. Check, see what I just said. 2.7. Yep. There we go. See that, guys? Real green. Mmm. All right, now we'll do our dihydromercenol. I believe cardamom, lavender, dihydromercenol. This is one of my favorites. All right, 0.2. right? Yeah. Mmm, smells delectable. All right, now we're gonna add some Veromoss. This was addition I made late. So yeah, this is a base note. I usually work my way from base to mids to tops. Give it a little swish. And yeah, I'm gonna stick that into my ultrasonic cleaner and blend it all up. Veromoss, this is an oak moss material. This is also part of the Mahogany Accord. Very manly stuff right here. 0.2%. Another very strong material. Wow. Nailed it. I could have almost doubled it on accident right there. I would have put that whole thing in. Wouldn't have hurt. I think you could. Oh, I spilled it. That's a close one. So yeah, the mean dosage for this stuff is 0.2%. Yeah, anytime that I'm looking for just a safe amount, I always use the mean amount. If I'm trying to push something, they have a higher concentration level and then a max. So I just like to, whenever I just want to add a note and not have to really worry too much about overdosing something, I just use the mean. Do your research on your materials. You could also just, take your time and smell everything and dilute it down from a 10% to a 5% to a 1% to a 0.1 to a 0.001, but I don't got time for all that crap. Got way too many materials here. If I did that, I'd never perfume. Okay, allyl amyl glycolate. This is the pineapple note that we've been using. It's super popular in men's fragrances. So yeah, we're gonna use 1 drop. We're just kind of adding that just for extra top note effect. All right, and that'll do it for this. I'm gonna stick it into the ultrasonic cleaner, and that'll melt all this stuff together, and then I'll dilute it into perfumer's alcohol, and then add it back into my ultrasonic cleaner, and that'll help get all the reaction process going. Alrighty, guys, thanks for watching. That'll be it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, smell you later. Catch you next time.